that's scary. Yeah, that's scary.
Top 5 dead alive, only came to terrify. Every topic scary, we could leave the bravest paralyzed. Hope you're not at home alone, better keep the lights on. But if you love adrenaline, then welcome to the fright zone. Willie is the leader, the visionary dreamer. Gerard got the joke, scaredy cat the screamer. You gon' get this work, if you scared, go to church. This podcast is scariest, you heard it here first.
And he said that to me because I was like, I'm just excited that YupThatsScary is here. You know, I want to see the character again. But when because he's a huge lover of YupThatsScary.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary.
Yo, hello everyone, what's up, and welcome to YupThatsScary, your new Halloween horror, haunted house, and Halloween horror and haunted house podcast. I'm your host, Willie May, and today's show we are talking about horror movie reviews. Now, the purpose of most movie reviews is to help readers and viewers to determine if they want to watch, rent, or buy a movie. Reviews should give enough details about the movie so that the reader or the viewer can make an informed decision without giving anything away, such as the plot or any surprises. And today, we're going to take a big deep dive into horror movies reviews. And my co-host today is Scaredy Cat and Gerard. What's up, guys? How are you? What's going on, guys?
What's going on? We're all nice and
oh my gosh, it's been a minute. It has been a crazy minute. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. Look at that view. I'm so excited to see you guys. We're
all nice and refreshed.
Yes, and I feel like
time is good.
Like we have like kind of rejuvenated ourselves a little bit. This is our new times. We feel a little bit better, a little bit good. We got some viewers coming in. Welcome, guys. Hey, everyone. And let me say, I love our new look. This is our Halloween look. Did you guys like our studio?
I love
it. It's really cool. Yeah, and I was just so glad to see you guys here. So today I want to ask you guys a question, and that question is, which horror movie murder did you find the most disturbing? I gotta ask you guys this question because I need to know this. I really do need to know, what horror movie murder did you find the most disturbing?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, Scaredy Cat.
I mean, you guys know I can't stand Michael Myers, but those ones didn't horrify me, right? So the one that horrified me was Black Christmas. I think I mentioned it on the other one where he went into the closet and he suffocated her. That fucked me up.
It did?
That was horrifying, yes. Because
were you scared to like go into your closet or something?
Yeah, what the fuck? I always look around like, what's the noise? What's going on?
So
I love it.
So I'm gonna throw a wrench in this. You said what horror movie horrified me? It's gonna be murder.
What murder?
It's gotta be the first murder in Jaws. That fucked with me for water.
Good.
Like think about it. I was scared of swimming pools at one point when I watched it when I was so young. Like, think about that. How many people out there are scared of the water or going out into the ocean because of Jaws? You know,
right? You know, and that's so funny because I was actually playing back the last episode, and we're talking to Chris Scher from Polaris Breach Effects, and that's why he created his name. Was because of that. And I was taking a bath this morning, and I was just thinking about that. I was like, dude, if I was in the ocean and a shark happened to come up on me, I don't know what to do. I just know I'll be doing them. I'll be kicking, screaming, punching, swinging, and being in an environment that you don't know is
Right.
scary,
scary.
already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
ocean or the space. For me, I would say the best murder that is that disturbed me is Hellraiser.
Oh,
Mm.
So
one?
I'm not gonna. Which one? All of them. No. Just having someone just pull back your flesh.
ugh.
Yeah, that
Take your
is
time to. You're already in a different world, you know, but to be in a world that you don't know, and someone is strapping you down and is pulling back your flesh. It's scary, you
right.
know. And so I think that's most disturbing because they're taking their time. You know, you can say that with Hostel, you can say that with Saw as well. But man,
Right.
for someone to take their time and they're torture killing you, that's something disturbing.
You know what?
Tears,
Actually, when I
those-
was a kid, you know, obviously when you're a kid, other things horrify you. But I don't know if you guys are younger, so I don't know if you remember
You're
a
young too.
movie
What are you talking
called
about?
Tourist Trap. I just watched it.
Wait,
the other
what?
day.
Say that again.
Tourist Trap.
What's that?
It's an
I don't think I've
old
seen that one.
70s movie, and these people are traveling in it. They're traveling and they stop at this place to stay, and the killers actually will tie them down and put plaster on their face until they can't breathe anymore. That horrified
What?
me as a child. I mean, I watched it the other day and it didn't scare me because I was like, oh, the effects are horrible. But as a kid, you know, to suffocate while you are that was horrible. Horrible.
Oh my gosh, that just sounds horrible. And then not only that, but then the strangers. Oh my god!
Yes,
Like
that one
at
was
the end
good.
of Strangers, when they're like, "Why are you doing this to us?" and the person turns back and says, "Because you answered the door."
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's because we can. Yeah,
But
no.
look, like I'm in Atlanta, and like sometimes you don't want to open the door here in
Right.
Atlanta, Georgia.
No,
You
I
got the
understand.
ring on. You're like, "Who is this?
I
What do
have
you
mine too.
want?"
I
Do you
do mine
understand
too.
what I'm trying to say? Because people are crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, this is some good talk. But you know what? I just want to say this. Did you guys know we're celebrating something today?
We are celebrating.
We are celebrating something today, and I'm so excited to celebrate it with you guys. Here we go. Celebration time. Come on. Come on, y'all, clap your hands. Woo! Celebration time. Come on. Now don't laugh, y'all. There's a party going on right here. A celebration.
Now you just going on.
Did you lose the cramp?
I'm sorry, we're having a good time, y'all, because we are celebrating 1,000 downloads. 1,000 downloads from a podcast, from our podcast show. And we are so excited. So I want to say thank you guys
Thank you
for
guys.
all your hard work. For you guys, thank you guys for all your hard work and making the show awesome. For our viewers out there, our listeners out there, thank you guys so much for downloading. You know what? This is our first show. Our first podcast, and we didn't know how we were going to do that. And I'm just blessed and excited that we can share that moment with you guys. It was so funny because I think when we hit 750 downloads.
50. Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, hey guys, we got 750 downloads. Whoa! I was like, and then I was talking to Brent, and I was like, man, we need to hit 1,000, but that's really cool. Hopefully, we hit 1,000. And literally within like 20 minutes of me saying
that,
it came through, and it's like we hit 1,000, and I felt very blessed. I was in tears, because in podcast world, you have to hit a certain number of downloads, which are listens, and that's someone actually downloading and saying, "Hey, we want to watch the show. We're here to watch the show, and we want to listen to you." And that and to get 1,000 in less than 30 days, that's a blessing, and I'm so excited for that.
Absolutely.
And I
So
just want to say
blessed.
thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for following
Thank
us. I mean, even our Instagram blew up. You know, we're at 2,800, about to hit 3,000. Our Facebook has blown up. Our YouTube page has gotten some subscribers, and then our views, our TikTok, everything is going crazy, just like Gerard's station over there. But I just want to say that thank you guys so much for that. And you know what? Someone told me, they said, Willie, why are you going all crazy to celebrate? But it's up to, look, it's up to us to celebrate the little things, especially if
Oh
no
yeah.
one's not going to encourage you and say you're doing a good job. It's okay to encourage yourself, and I'm so excited to be able to say that to you guys. Is like, I feel really blessed. I feel really excited that we got 1,000
And
podcast downloads
I
in less
don't
than
think
30
that's
days.
a little thing. That's a big thing.
It
That's
is
a
a big
large
thing. To me, it's a
milestone.
big thing.
Absolutely.
Right. It is.
It
And
means
so
that
I
it's not just our family and friends. That's a ton of people watching.
Right. And
Oh,
I just want to say thank you guys so much for your hard work, and I feel really blessed. And you know what, I'm gonna and not only that, but today is a different show. We're gonna flip up the format a little bit, and we're gonna give you the horror news in first, because we got an awesome guest coming in, and we're so excited to talk with her. And this is my dream, so I'm not gonna fan out. I'm not gonna fan out, y'all. I'm not gonna get too emotional. But what?
Do we want to do horror in a minute? It's 11:17. I know
Yes,
she's only got a few minutes.
I'm bringing it to you. Here
Okay,
is
I'll go
horror
fast.
news in a
Let's do it.
minute, cat. It's
Okay.
all you, girl.
Okay, guys. So Halloween's still a few weeks away, and I was scrolling on IG, of course, and TikTok, and I came across this family who decorated the front of their home, and they're inspired by the, Stranger Things. So I know recently they had somebody complain about it, took it down, they brought it right back up. Take a look at this TikTok. That is crazy. Okay, Son of Monster Palooza. It's going to be in Burbank, California this year from October 14th to the 16th at the Marriott Burbank Hotel and Convention Center. For hotel reservations, call 818-843-6000. There's about 150 vendors and celeb guests and more. Okay, here's one of my favorites. Production has started for The Strangers remake. It will consist of a trilogy of movies. The original film released in 2008 with Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman. They're a dysfunctional couple trying to survive a home invasion by masked attackers. The Strangers was written by director Brian Bertino in his feature film. Since then, he has continued to have an impressive film and genre hits, including the cult favorite The Dark and the Wicked, while also co-writing the sequel The Strangers Pray at Night a decade later. That is all for Horror in a Minute. Horror news in a minute.
I still want to figure out how they do that lifting thing.
Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely. Whoopsie, I think we have a little. Oh, it's the Bryce show right now, it looks like. All right, y'all. It's that time to thank the Ultimate Haunt Tour. The Ultimate Haunt Tour. HauntCon and Fear Expo is back with programming to die for. Now presenting the Ultimate Haunt Tour, featuring close look behind the scenes walkthrough of some of the world's most anticipated haunts and with movie quality sets. Hair-raising technology, superb scare actors, all elements accumulating to the best scare factor. The all-new tour is premiering in the state of Michigan, starring 12 large haunts in 3 days, brought to you by HauntCon Fear Expo and the Michigan Haunt Association. And the feature haunts are The Haunt, Nightmare Realm, Jackson Underworld, Awaken Haunted Attraction, Hush Haunted Attraction, Eloise Asylum, Fright Village, Airbus Haunted Attraction, Ezra Haunted Attraction, Rotten Manor, Exit 13 Haunted House, and Factory of the Dead Haunted House. Check it out.
That's so awesome, Gerard. Thank you so much for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and introduce you guys to our guest that I'm just so pumped. I'm so pumped that she is on here. So I'm going to introduce to you guys. Let me get my notes here. Her name is YupThatsScary Little, creator of host of horror movies and beyond. The platform focuses on movie reviews and interviews with horror content creators, writers, actors, producers, and directors. She gives an in-depth look into the story structure, characters, and performances, and overall creativity of the film. She hopes to stimulate curiosity and encourage moviegoers to focus on the underlying messages. In turn, she strives to keep horror film industry thriving and motivate future filmmakers to push themselves into innovative ideas. You guys, she is the Oprah Winfrey of horror, and I want to show you guys a clip of her. Here is YupThatsScary. Check her out.
So I'm interviewing content creators, horror content creators, and filmmakers, and we are reviewing movies, or I'm interviewing the directors, writers, producers, everything under the sun. They're movies that are currently streaming on Shudder. And it's hard work, but I love interviewing people. And I learn every interview I learn something about myself. I make mistakes. I mess up names. I'm worried how I look. I try to feed off the energy of who I'm interviewing, and sometimes that's tough.
You guys, ladies and gentlemen, here is YupThatsScary Little. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. Wow.
Let me bring in everybody.
Hi, how are you? Welcome.
Hello.
Okay, so let me say this. YupThatsScary, I remember when you came onto the scene, and I was like, who is this Nubian queen coming into the horror scene, taking it by storm? And I've watched you grow ever since then, and you've grown like leaps and bounds, and you've doing so much. And let me tell you, you have been my inspiration into doing this, because when I was dealing with Hollywood and just talking to so many people and getting different treatments and pitching shows, they were like, Willie, you got to do a podcast, you got to do something, you got to vlog, get out there, you have to have a consistent voice. And I was like, I don't know how, and I don't know what to do. And I watched you hit the scene, and you guys, when she hit the scene, and she was like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I'm about. And I love that. And I'm so happy. When I first did the show, I was like, I gotta get you on this show. And I'm so happy that we follow each other and we support one another. And I just want to say thank you for being here and being an awesome representation of us into the community and on the scene. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Now I gotta give you some applause. I'm going there, YupThatsScary. I am going there. So yeah, so let's just dive in and let's talk. Let's talk, guys. So first of all, YupThatsScary, why horror movies?
Well, I've always been a movie person, like every genre. Horror is just something that I grew up in. My family, that was a normal thing. It was just normal from since I was like this big. The first horror movie was The Thing. I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it terrified me, believe me. But it's just, I don't know. It was just a normal thing. We just put on a horror movie. I mean, I've watched like He-Man, Voltron, Thundercats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They kind of tell you how old I am. But
Me
as far
too.
as like horror movies, I didn't like watch them continuously until probably about 9-10 years old. It was like normal. We just go get pizza, soda, candy, whatever, and just like put all the pillows on the floor, blankets, and just pop in Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and some worse than that, Dolls, Child's Play. It was, and going to the movies, I saw Pet Sematary, Candyman.
Oh yeah.
The Blob, and then there were a lot of mom and pop theaters that had a lot of B movies, what people don't believe. So Ghoulies and Critters and
Yes.
And then go to the drive-in when it was popular. I mean, it was packed. It was crazy.
You preach it now.
What did I saw? Evil Dead 2.
Oh yeah.
I saw Terminator 2. And the Abyss and like all that. It's just normal.
Right. But were you like afraid seeing all this stuff? Because I mean, I remember seeing, Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was like definitely afraid.
Actually, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween franchise, they never scared me. I didn't find them scary at all. Actually, number 3, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is my favorite, and I saw that as a child. So it never. I actually had a crush on Freddy.
She got a wrong side, everybody. Let's go.
It was weird. It was a little crush on Freddy, and that wasn't until Freddy's dead. So I don't know why. Don't ask. And then I had a little crush on Chucky from Chelsea. It was number 2. No one didn't really scare me. I mean, it was a little frightening, but it wasn't like, oh my God. I actually wanted the doll, and they did sell the dolls in store.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
So, but I never got one because my mom was like, "Oh hell no!" So
you can have that now.
Now they're expensive. They're like $3,000 just to get one.
I mean, they're pricey. Yeah. So, and then the last crush on some creature thing was this is kind of weird. It's Pets. No, not Pets.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say not Pet Secretary.
No.
Whoa.
I got.
I don't know. Mr. Monster was in it
because there's so many movies. It's Puppet Master.
Puppet Master.
Wait, what?
It was the dolls. I don't know why I had a thing for the dolls,
but you do. And I know, right here, we got the exclusive right here, y'all. Oh, yep, that's scary.
But not the movie doll. That the dolls scared me. I don't like porcelain dolls because of that movie. Because I think they're little people, and they were little people. For people to know, there wasn't dolls. They were little people. They had bones and muscles and blood. So,
can I ask you a question? Did you see Tales from the Hood?
Yes.
Tales from the Hood. With the little ones? The little ones?
Yeah. They call
Wait.
Can I say what they were?
Yeah.
Because people podcasts be like, oh, you can't, they're little
say that.
nigglets.
No, you can say it here. We say it. We can say it.
The little nigglets. Yeah.
The little nigglets that's running up. They were running. And I was like, don't you do it. I was like,
that one, Tales from the Hood, it wasn't scary. It just really get you because there was a message in all of them. So
all of the stories.
Yeah. So
you know what? It's so funny. We're doing a new segment called Versus, where we take the villains and the movies and we compare them to see which one's going to win. On the list, you guys, we added Tales from the Crypt and Tales from the Hood.
Nice.
And we're going to see which storylines and everything's going to win. So I'm really excited to see that. So Ivotres, we will have to have you back to talk about some of that stuff, because we are literally taking movies and comparing them and seeing if they can battle and if one villain can win. It's gonna be interesting. Look, she's
no, because I know you said Tales from the Crypt, but look at the Mortuary collection.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys by Ryan Spindell, because he was a huge fan of Tales from the Hood. And if you watch them, they're parallel because he took the inspiration from that. So, and I knew that when I interviewed him and I was looking at that, I was like, that's Tales from the Hood. And when I talked to him, he said yes.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
I will say, take a look at it. It's on Shudder. Just watch it. You're going to sit there and just like, it's the structure, like
everything.
Okay.
Let me say this. Ivotres is again killing the game. She's on Shudder. I watched one of your films, of the recent one of My Best Friend's Exorcism, and I'm just like, she's meeting with these actors and directors, and I'm so proud of you. So here's a question for you: when you interview your favorite actor or director, what do you what do you do to control your excitement? Like your favorite actor or director, what do you do to control yourself? Because I can't even control myself now.
That's a tough question because I treat all my guests the same. So it doesn't matter if they have a blockbuster hit or they're famous. Like when you're on my show, it's like I'm excited to talk to you. I don't know. Like it's just weird. Like I do fangirl. There's only one time I did completely fangirl.
It was the pup.
Please tell.
And that was with Keith David when I did the Black Horror. And he was one of the guests along with oh my god, I hope I remember Rod. It was Rod Digga, it was Tony Newkirk, Keith David, and Ernest Dickinson.
Wow.
So when they were popping up, because you wait, it was Zoom, and then it was hosted by my friend Cody, who does Nostalgic Nebula. And as their names were popping up, I was sitting there looking. I was like, "Wow, I can't." It's a weird feeling, and I was excited. But I'm a huge fan of The Thing. The Thing is my #1 movie of all time, above any movie ever played ever in life. Wow. So,
oh yeah, you can preach that. That's a badass movie. That's right up
there. So when I saw Keith David name, I was just like, okay, don't. Because this is like it was hosted by us, me and Cody, but it was run by Fangoria. So we were like, okay, we can't be, we have to be professional. And then he popped in, and I looked at him. I was like, oh my god! But I met him before that, when they were doing the 35th anniversary of The Thing at Sun or Mossapalooza, one of them. That was tough because all 5 actors were there and keeping it together. That's when I did all, Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough. It is tough, but I have to realize that this is a professional setting, because if you want them to come back, see, that's the thing. If you're sitting there just fangirling or fanboying over them and not getting to the point of why they're there, time is precious. They're doing this for free most of the time, like, because obviously I ain't paying them. So I don't got money like that. But you know what I'm saying? They're taking their time, where they could be on like Entertainment Tonight or something where they probably get something. So you have to realize that and just be professional as much as possible. So
wow,
that sounds like that might be difficult, because somebody who's like in something that I really love and enjoy, I'll be fanboying out or something, but hey, but I got a question. I saw on your site, that's one of the things I got real excited for seeing you, is like top 5 underrated movies was the 2010 Wolfman. That movie has a special place in my heart. I think that was one of the earliest whole R-rated movies I could go see. And my dad, it came out in February, so it was right on my birthday. I think I turned like 11. So that was super exciting for me to go see. And I wanted to know what movie came out that made you want to get into reviewing. It's like, what movie is like, hey, I want to talk about this. I want to let it be a bad movie or a good movie. Like what was that? What movie was that?
Like since I started horror movies, or just
what movie made you want to start reviewing?
Oh, start the whole like Now that's a
Oopsie.
tough one. That's a tough one because okay, beforehand I used to interview people on my blog, and that was when I was called Nerdtastic Girl. And that one I used to go to like WonderCon, LA Comic Con, and it wasn't horror, it was just everybody.
Okay.
And I the thing was that I just knew that was something I wanted to do. So interviewing came first. Reviewing was later, much later. It was a couple of years ago. And it started when I was on Dead Meat podcast. That's where it really kind of like, okay, this is something I want to do, even though I was like tapping into it a little bit. But I knew once I was on that podcast, it was something definitely I wanted to do. And I did 3. And the first one where I went like all out was Reanimator. And
that's such a messed up movie. Oh my God.
Did I see that in the theater or at the drive-in? I don't know, but the Reanimator was something I could relate to because that's when I started looking further into the character. Not just, it was just this, he just bring people alive with the reagent and whatever, but he was a misunderstood genius. And yes, his work kind of failed in certain ways, but he never had time to develop it because he was just trying to go for it and no one could, give him an opportunity or the resources. So he can only use what he had. So that's when I was like, okay, this is something I want to do. So yeah.
Yeah, we got adding the human side to the character. I love that. I love that. I would never expect Reanimator. I can remember, God, it's been years since I watched that movie. If we're thinking of the same movie, he has the head and then he puts it up, oh God, I don't even want to say that stuff out loud. That's a messed up movie. The 80s were crazy. Was it the 80s?
But you gotta love them though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your personal goals as a movie reviewer?
My personal goals is to show people that no matter what they're going through, they can always do something extraordinary.
That's
so
good.
I mean, I know
that.
it's just, I don't know, because none of this is easy for me. And what I mean, not speaking to anyone or not doing what I'm doing, is just that outside of the cameras, it's been rough. I've been going through a lot of rough patches, but yet when I'm on camera and talking to people, it's like home. It's the way to escape. And it's my never-ending story.
What a way to escape with something you love. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when the cameras go off, it's still hard because now, I'm back to reality and I'm trying to get to the next thing. And I'm hoping that what I'm doing becomes a permanent reality. That's
right.
my goal. But
is it the hustle and bustle that you're finding that is difficult to cope with, or is it just the fact that you're just not in your everyday life, or because you're not in your element?
It's actually both of them. Because for a person I suffer from depression my entire life, started as a child, and so I'm not ashamed to say it because I think more people who are suffering from it should be able to say it because it is
Absolutely.
true. Like, it is something that can really mess you up. Stress and anxiety and stuff could kill you faster than any disease.
You
literally.
Right. And in the entertainment industry, that's what it is. That's there. And you have to learn how to deal with it or cope or even find a mechanism to get you through it. But I understand because I've dealt with it, How do you find ways to kind of get you through it other than using your escape to cope through it?
Well, see, you got these tough questions, which I like. Yeah. Well, to cope with it, there was a lot of factors because I went through counseling, I went through medication, hospitalization, like all these things. And then I had to realize that one of my problems is that I try to change others without changing myself or my situation. And it's just something, it's hard to explain, so I'm not going to explain that part. But it was
Listen,
just
but you're
something.
telling the truth though, and that's
Oh
all
yeah,
real.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's really tough. And then the other part was I was always trying to change things I had no control over. And that is the hardest thing, because I'm an overthinker, which helps when I do these interviews. But I'm an overthinker. Like, I can look at something and just like think of 20 different things that could go wrong and right. So I would like to be prepared. I like to have plan A, B, Z, and then start all over. So for that, it just, it really, it's a little bit of a hindrance, because I feel like I could do more if I wasn't that. But at the same time, it helps me do what I do, because I overthink and want to make sure things are good for my guest and myself and everything is ready. That's why I don't really have any complications when I do my interviews or anything, because it's like I'm already ready. Right. Something screws up. But far as like for mental health, it's just really tough. And to cope with it, I think of what could the greatness that can happen if I keep going. Even when I'm crawling on the floor, just boohoo crying. And if it's like, if you crawl one more step, you may got it. But if you stop, you failed. Like stopping is failure. So even though I feel like I failed, but if I move an inch, that was an accomplishment that I didn't do before. That's how I think.
I don't know who that message for, but it's for somebody, and it's for me too, because I am taking that in. You know, we always go through that, especially in entertainment. You know, I didn't know how to put myself out there, or even with this show, but you know, I just took a step and I trust the process, and I just kept going, and just hearing you, I mean, again, you're my inspiration. So hearing you say, "Hey, look, I'm taking these steps, and I don't even know," you know. It makes me feel like I can keep going. You know what I mean? And so thank you for not stopping. Thank you for not, throwing in the towel.
It is a tough thing not to, I mean, like there are moments where I'm just like, man, forget this. Like life is tough. Why am I here? Like, why am I breathing? Like because I don't have a family. I don't have kids. It's just me and horror and my cat.
I love it.
But it's just a tough place, you know, recently getting out of a relationship and dealing with that for so long. And it's tough. It's tough. Now the business part, like this whole thing, I'm a one-woman show. There is nobody helping me. And some people think that. They'd be like, oh my God, all these graphics, all these. No, it is all me. So if I don't do it, I fail. There's nobody else with me to say, oh, I'll catch up the slack. No, there's nothing. That's it.
And I was going to ask you this question. It's like, how much work and commitment do you have to put into your work? Because I'm trying to tell you guys, you know, just being on your website, being on your YouTube channel and your live, it's a lot of work
for one person.
For one person. And I'm like, yo, I need y'all to do this. Hey, Kat, I need you to go ahead and put up. And when they don't do it, I'm like, I said. But like, I give you mad props for that, because it's only you. And I remember on your live, I was just chilling with you, and I'm like, I want to see what Ivotres is doing. And she was like, you guys, it's a lot. I'm still editing. I'm still going. And I'm just like, girl. So how much commitment and work do you have to put in for your show?
Even if you're working or not, I'm gonna put, even though at the time I'm not working as of yet, so I put all my time in this, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to do that. But you have to put in 1,000%. You have to eat, sleep, what you're doing. I mean, that is true. Like I would hear it from billionaires, millionaires, people got businesses, and then I would read their little bios and stuff, and I say that, and they say like, you have to do that. It's
Right.
just something. And I was like, yeah, right, back in the day. And then when I started doing this, it's like I'm going to sleep. Oh my God, I got to finish that. I'm waking up. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I got to get on the computer. I got to do this. Yeah, you literally have to eat, sleep, wake up, nightmares, dreams,
All
go
of it.
sleep. Every second, cooking. I'm thinking. I mean, it's crazy.
Nonstop.
It's
Nonstop.
really, it's nonstop. And mind you, I'm not getting paid for this.
Labor of
So
love.
my commitment is something that I love in hopes it brings in income. So that's one reason why I can't stop, because I'm so far in it,
Yeah.
without a cent to my name, that I feel like if I stop just to find this other cent somewhere else, I failed, because
Right.
it's like I have that name now.
Right. Right.
So
And that responsibility, and kind of, and so like, so business wise, you want to see this take shape and financially be a blessing. That's great.
yeah.
One of the reasons why I played that video in the beginning is because you were so authentic. You were so like, and that's one thing I love about you, because you lay it all on the line. You're like, I don't have nothing to hide. Like, this is
Right.
who I am. I mess up. I mess people's names up. I'm worried about this, worried about that. And I felt like I was doing the same thing. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. I told, I believe our first episode, and Gerard and Scaredy Cat can co-sign with me on this. We didn't have a guest, and I was like fighting to find someone, scrambling. And they're like, yo, well, it's our first show. Like, don't have a guest. Let's just have us. And I was like,
Right.
oh, and I had to reformat the show where we could just chill and let the audience get to know us. And so, do you find that you have to be adaptable for changes and things, flipping, on you at the last minute? Because you say you overthink things, and sometimes I can overthink things, and when things don't plan out, I'm like stressing out because it didn't plan out the way I want it to. Do you feel so in this field you have to be adaptable to change?
Yeah, you have to. Yes, and the overthinking is it doesn't stop me, like it doesn't hinder me trying to get somewhere. I think what it does, I had to learn when to use it. But I'm still an overthinker. It's when to use it, because that's a kind of a a tough one.
Well, I mean, I just felt like there's some things that don't
you
go.
have to be relatable. I mean, you
Okay.
really do have to be relatable to someone, and no matter if you have one fan, one follower, or millions, you still have to be relatable.
Right.
Because I find myself once in a while, I used to compare myself like really bad to everybody above me, because I was like, oh, I want to get there, but they've been doing it for 10 years. They've been doing it for 15 years, and I'm just like 2 years in. So it's really, really hard, because you want to get there so fast, and then you find yourself doing 1,000 things to get there so fast, and then along the way you're leaving a terrible trail of mishaps.
Right.
So it's tough, as long as you're relatable. I mean, it doesn't matter how entertaining you can be. If people can't relate to you, no one's going to give a damn.
Right.
So yeah.
With horror trending as a high, we have so much content, so many movies, so much events coming out. Do you find yourself with excessive amount of work, like with just too much work to handle? Because it's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't know how you do it by yourself. I mean, I really don't, but it's a lot. And then when people pull at you, and you can't make it to events, and how do you deal with that?
I cry.
Simple.
I cry. No, literally, I sit there and I was just like, oh, I do need help. But then again, I'm kind of a perfectionist, but not. It's weird. It's like it has to be done this way or no way. But then I am like, I'm not like that like all the time. But I've been doing this by myself for so long. It's like I know what I like and what I like.
Mm-hmm.
And if I fail, I don't want to bring anyone with me. I mean, I don't know. It's just a sad thing to say, but yeah, like right now, it's busy. October's busy, and I haven't even been anywhere. I haven't even done anything outside of the computer.
I heard that you're not doing nothing for like October. Like, what's going on? Wait, hold up, you guys. She said that she has nothing to do for October.
Yeah, I
for Halloween.
Been...
I'm like, no.
Wait. Okay, wait.
So hold on a second.
Okay.
I may have forgotten.
Okay,
something.
so I haven't had plans. Like I haven't gone to any horror anything. Like I haven't. And I'm Son of Monsterpalooza is next week, and it's the first one I won't be going to. And everybody, a lot of people that I know personally got to know are going. I mean, Bobby Aarons is going, Barbara Craft. I mean Bonnie. Did I say Barbara? Bonnie Aarons, and then Barbara Crampton and Dead Meat. Like everybody's gonna be there, and I'm not. For several different reasons, but I'm not gonna share what they are. But it's just, right now it's just tough because, like I said, I'm not getting paid for anything. So everything comes, every penny, cent, dime I find goes into everything. All the equipment, camera, lights. It came out of my pocket when I was working last year, and I don't work right now, so everything is just extremely, extremely tight.
I hear that. So will you go to an event for Halloween, or are you going to be inside watching a horror movie?
I'm not going anywhere. The only one I may go to is I did get invited to a really cool Halloween party that I can't miss because it was a completely unexpected invitation, and I was just like, at first I was like, I don't think I could go, and then I just sat there and I was talking with a friend, and they were like, come on, you can't miss that's epic. So yeah. That's the only thing I'm going to do. Other than that, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, because I'm gonna say, like, you got to do something. You got to get out. You know what I mean? And
I have a lot. I have edit. I got
stuff to do.
Yeah, you got too much. Yeah, I got work now. I got work.
You got all this.
Sorry, go ahead, Gerard.
No, you go ahead. Ladies first.
So, who have you not interviewed that you are wanting to interview?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Number one, Jordan Peele.
Say that again.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. Come on, Jordan. Evil Trans is ready.
I know. I don't know why it hasn't even happened because I am right there. Like he is doing his thing and I'm parallel. It's like I'm right there and it's not getting closer. It gets right there and it goes away. So, I mean, he's following me on Twitter.
Nice.
And I'm, really good with Monkey Paw Productions. So it's just like, it's all right there. I'm just waiting. That moment.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Remember,
that's scary. It's going to happen. That might be the moment I fangirl a little bit.
I want to be there. Can I watch? Can I
be here too?
Can I fanboy with you? I'm like,
But he's very professional. So I was like, okay, I'll probably do it off camera and be screaming and then be like, hello, welcome to Horror.
Let's go. That's what we do.
Right.
So
could you record the behind the scenes of that? I just please for
I started I want to start doing that. I think it'd be fun to start doing that. But I actually thought of doing something like that. I just don't know when I'll actually do that. Okay, so it's Quentin. Number 2 is Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Because he scares me. He scares me.
Yeah, he's way over the top. Like,
But
what's in there?
his writing, I have to pick his brain because the
Yes.
dialogue in his films is just nothing to be going on. And they're just having a conversation and you're just like glued to the screen.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know how he does it, but it takes him gazillion years to write this stuff. He's such a good writer. He there's others. I can't even remember their names. No, that kind of Samuel Jackson.
Yes.
That's cool.
Because I just think he'd just be a blast.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
these are not all of them are in horror. It's like The Rock.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Can't you
It just
smell
seemed
it?
like, oh my god, I just have a great time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Nice.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Yeah.
And he's coming
Him
back in the
and The
scene.
Mummy was
Yep.
just. But see, when he was in, was it Bedazzled or whatever? Oh my god, I was like, I have such a crush on him. You don't really hear about that movie that much, but
No.
he was funny as hell in it. So, but anyway, there's so many. Oprah's one of them.
Oh, come on! The Oprah of horror has to interview Oprah Winfrey. Like, come on, let's
Come on now.
do it.
I'm waiting to the point where the Oprah of horror hits her scene. It's just she's like, who is this?
Right. Right.
It'll get there. I feel like it'll get there.
Yeah.
So I got a question. You review a lot of movies and stuff. Have you ever? The reason I got to ask this because this is very recently. This has happened. You ever like watched a movie and you're mad at it because you just wasted 90 minutes of your life right there watching that movie? Because man, I feel like last night or the night I wasted 90 minutes. I even forgot what day I watched this movie because we're going to talk about this movie here very soon later on the show. And
Say the movie.
it's Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I wasted 90 minutes of my life watching that movie. Oh,
okay,
God.
now save your comments. But what do you?
You ever get like mad? I get
Yep.
mad.
Well,
Very.
there's something interesting about my movie reviews. So there's the movie review where you sit there and you talk about a movie just by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you listen to my interviews with the guests, I'm reviewing their movie to them with them, even though they are the director, writer, the producer. So it may appear that I've only reviewed a certain amount, but every interview is a review of their movie. So
Right.
yeah, I completely review it like, and they reviewing their own movie.
Right.
Based on the questions I asked them.
You totally put that in a different perspective for me, and I'm just soaking it up. But thank you. Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
For a movie that has completely wasted my time, there's plenty because I've watched some. Oh my god! But if I'm watching a film, wait, am I supposed to say the name?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is uncensored. This is real. This is what it is.
There's one movie that was recent that I watched all the way through, and I just sat there and just like, okay,
Say it. Say the
why? Oh, it's Halloween Ends. No,
What?
Kills.
Oh, I was about to say. Wait a
Kills.
second.
Halloween Kills. Yeah, not
You
Ends.
didn't like
Kills.
it? Oh my gosh.
And what? There's two. There's
Right.
Halloween Kills. And
You didn't like Evil Dies Tonight.
and
Evil Dies
Texas
Tonight.
Chainsaw Massacre. The Netflix one?
Netflix one. I didn't like that either.
Oh.
I've given up on those movies.
Oh.
You got to give up. There's 15.
Right here on
of them. Go watch
YupThatsScary,
the
y'all.
first 5
Well,
of each of those
okay.
and be done.
This is deep.
Halloween Kills. I think what killed it for me, it didn't kill it. Like, it was entertaining because everybody was acting so dumb. I think
true.
that was the part that
It'll kill it.
From the scene at the park, it's like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Logically, that doesn't make any sense if you
didn't make any
compare
sense. You're
to
right.
any slasher film, and then them chasing this little guy.
Yeah,
And I'm like, he's not 6 feet tall, and he wouldn't, and Michael Myers wouldn't be moving.
right.
I don't know.
But the chanting,
evil dies. There was no
tonight,
dialogue. Yeah. It was just evil dies tonight. Michael dies tonight. Dies tonight. Dies tonight. That was.
I'll say one more. I was gonna throw a chair. I was gonna flip a table if I heard one more chanting. I mean, I was done. I went to bed saying, "Evil dies tonight." Evil.
Yeah, and the close to the last scene where they had him surrounded and none of them could get him, I was like, the whole town. I mean, he just took the whole town out like it was dead alive, you know.
Yeah,
he's a human. He's not.
This is
he's
good.
A human.
You guys, I'm having so much fun with Evil.
But you know what? On that part too, I thought, how the hell are they beating the shit out of him right here? And the cops are in the fucking front of this goddamn house, and no one knows what's going on. Like, come on. Like some stuff, I love the movie, but some stuff I could have taken the fuck out because.
Yeah.
And that's
why
favorite.
I hope the ends. I
know.
just hope. Now, for the Texas one, it didn't make any sense because if you watch them all, I watched them all, even the remake. Some the ones in the way back, I barely could remember them, but I remember what it is, and watching. Okay, now. When they got to the house and the old lady was they come in the house and doing whatnot. And at the top of the stairs is supposed to be Leatherface. And he is competent to the point that when she tells him to go away, he goes away into the next room. And then they all get into, after she just like have a heart attack or something, he picks her up, put her in the ambulance. I mean, the van. The van. Yeah. And he's competent to try to save her. And then he gets angry and then
what's going on?
They get in an accident. He rips her face off and wear it. I'm like, when was he ever competent?
No.
That's the part that got me. And some of the scenes just didn't make any sense. When they're in the van, there's some supernatural magic going on because he was in the van. No, they were in the van, the truck or whatever, the bus, and they're trying to take off. The guy stops the truck, gets off, runs out back of the truck. All of a sudden, his head comes flying into the bus. But remember, he went to the back, and then you see Leatherface coming from the back. I mean,
the continuity, it doesn't make sense
around.
Right, the magic of editing.
No, it's not even editing, or I don't even know if the translation of the script or production meets post-production. It is just because you have a producer or you have a story producer with you do that transformation. I mean, we're just talking about production work, and they have to try to make sure the continuity just flows, right? But at that point, what do you do when the continuity is just so weird and you're like, wait, hold up, and you're trying to make it make sense to you. Right.
Well, you should watch that movie again because if you watch it again, you'll see a couple of movies in it. There's the Friday the 13th. Like if you remember when he was in the water and he climbed out the water,
Friday the 13th.
It was a straight scene out of Friday the 13th. And then the whole the chainsaw thing up the lady's stomach in the air. Where exactly did you see that? Halloween Kills with the firemen is exactly the same.
Do you think they intentionally bite from each other, or do you think that they just somehow like have the same thought process because like
no, there's no same thought process. There's
really
influence. There's people who can influence your films. Like you find inspiration. That's why when I say watch the Mortuary Collection, and you will see Tales from the Hood, but it's not exactly. You'll see the inspiration. But this one just looked like he just took whatever he could and wrote it and put it in there. I mean,
and some people do that because of pressure of production, money's thrown at you, and they got a timeline, a short timeline. They do bite. I mean, that is true. I've seen that myself.
I just kind of feel like
right.
don't do it. Don't ruin the original. If you want to expand it and you want to elaborate on that actual movie, then cool. But don't fucking start changing.
But Kat, we worked with Jason Blum.
Yeah,
we worked with Jason Blum before, and at the time of pressure and funds, and you got to make something happen to make sure that the return of investment comes back. Right. We don't care what it is, make it happen. We don't care how you get it done, make it happen. So we've been in that boat, me and you, personally. So I get that from a writer's standpoint when they're like, "Oh shoot, studio's calling, this is not done," So I do get that. What's your happy place, Ivotres? Is it sitting in a movie or driving and you're watching a really good movie? Like, what's your happy place? It may not even be a movie. It may be taking a bath. I mean, that was my happy place this morning. What's yours? I sure did.
I don't really have a happy place yet.
Okay.
Yet. I have a temporary happy place, which is this.
Okay.
So like a permanent happy place, not yet.
Haven't found it yet.
No.
When you're in a good movie, do you find yourself talking back at the movie screen like Gerard and Scaredy Cat?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
And me, I throw myself in there.
Now it depends. It depends because because see, I grew up in the time where you go to the theater, no one is quiet. unless it's like Titanic,
right?
Everybody's crying and stuff.
Everyone's
like that.
Dying, yeah.
Or Armageddon, the sad part about her, her dad up there. So, but other than that, but I grew up where Scream. I went to the theater to see Scream, the first one.
Okay,
amazing.
It was. Oh my God! Yeah, sit up. I mean, it was. Don't go up the stairs and clap it. It was normal. So it depends on the feel of the movie, I guess. But if I'm at home, I'm mostly quiet. I don't mostly, or I have that moment like, why did they do that? Like I'll have my
me too.
But other than that, it's like it just depends. Now, horror is not the only reason I go to the theater. I rarely go to the theater to watch horror movies. I know that's weird. But Marvel, I am there.
Oh,
Marvel, I've seen all except for Love and Thunder. That was at the theater, and I saw Love and Thunder here at home. But other than
now
that,
what do you thought about that? That was.
I saw the very first Iron Man in the theater, all the way through to Captain America to Avengers in the theater. Yeah, I was one of those. Don't tell me what's gonna happen because I'm when the Spider-Man. I remember the three old Spider-Mans. Yeah, theater. Even number 3.
We saw that one. Yeah.
Number 3 has this, it's we're not gonna talk about 3.
No.
I don't know what happened. Number 2, Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire was just mind-blowing. But I was the Amazing Spider-Man. I love him. That is, I think he's my favorite one. Andrew. It's just, I don't know. Okay. Tom Holland. I know we're supposed to be talking about horror. Hold on.
No, we can go for a minute.
It's okay.
But believe it or not, I like Marvel too. I'm all over the place. I'm a person that likes,
You like entertainment. You like movies.
Yeah,
of course.
So, but Tom Holland is good. He's great. He's great. But I was the one for No Way Home that was staying up to 4 a.m. getting my tickets.
I love it.
So I was, I was there. Yeah.
I gotta say,
looking at that.
That movie has probably been the biggest movie almost of this generation, if you think about it. It's the first one that's brought 2 canceled franchise and brought them back to a whole new remake, if you think about it. Like, that is astronomical. Like, when did the last Spider-Man 2 come out? Oh, Spider-Man 3 come out. That came out in what? 2000 and I don't even remember. It was early. It's been over 10 years. And that's incredible doing that. And they brought back the greatest Marvel villain of all times.
Mm-hmm.
Green Goblin.
What's
his name?
And he did his own stunts.
He did?
Yeah.
Yes. That was the only reason he wanted to come back. He had to be able to do his own stunts. I forgot his name. I could see his face.
Willem Dafoe?
Yeah, there we go.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
You can't forget his face.
If I was an actor, I would want to do my own stunts too. I mean, I am an actor.
Old as dirt, but that was him. All
that's
that movement
cool.
That's
him. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Kat.
So, question: what's the last scary movie you've seen?
You mean scary?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Horror movie.
Okay, horror movie. Okay, so I'm being complicated. When you mean scary movie, like something that's scary that scared me, or just in general horror movie that I just looked at?
You know what? That's a good one. I want to know the last movie that scared the shit out of you. Let's go there.
Now, I have to think way back.
Oh no!
What? You that immune to scary movies?
Well, okay. There's different levels of scary, but I'm gonna choose one that scared me. Like I was scared, and I have a funny story.
Okay.
Candyman. 1982.
Oh.
Okay.
I was 12.
Yeah, that movie was horrifying.
What is with people taking children to horror movies?
Hey, that's the way to go. No. Don't have no parents. Okay.
I can't say nothing.
The kids today are wimps. Okay. Back in the day.
You better.
Let me explain something. Let me explain.
Go ahead.
So I saw a lot of horror movies as a child by myself, like not by myself, but like with my sister or a friend or my niece.
Right.
With no parental supervision.
Nope.
You did not need your parents with you. They didn't enforce that until 96, 97.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would just go buy your ticket and go look at the scariest stuff. I mean, it just
that's what it was. And I mean, I worked for AMC. Okay.
Yeah.
And when I did events with AMC parallel with that, which was a satellite type of deal, and then also they was like, okay, look, this is not going to work, but we still want to keep you be a manager at this theater. So I was a manager for a small amount of time at AMC, and one of the things they were like, when the young kids would buy that scary movie, I didn't care. I was like, come on in. And my general manager and the district manager, whoa, where's their parents and how old are they? I'm like, I don't care. Look, I would do it. Let's go in with their friends and enjoy and scream and eat some popcorn, throw it up in the air. Like that's what it's all about. Yeah, man, you are right. We do got a bunch of punks this generation.
They didn't enforce it. It kind of was in play, but it didn't really like you need your parents until like 90, 96, 97, and then more theaters started enforcing it. So I saw a lot of horror movies.
So did I.
But like as a kid, you bring a bunch of kids, you walk in there, scare each other to death. I mean, it was just normal. Now come 99 and all that stuff, where all those movies start, a lot of horror movies, and I want to say between 98, 99, 2000, 2001 is where a lot of horror movies started pumping out. The remakes, really, like you have House on Haunted Hill, you have 13 Ghosts. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
was really starting to, and you have Halloween H2O. Yeah. So, there I was of age. I didn't need a parent or anything.
Right.
So yeah. It was
What is your
normal.
next project? What do you got going on?
Funny you should say that. It's actually pretty cool. I'm not going to say too much about it because they didn't tell that I haven't signed anything yet, and they didn't tell me, so I don't want to like ruin it because they, we've trusted you. No, I was approached by the producer of he did Stay Out of the Attic and Glorious that recently came out, and he said, "Hey, what do you think about this script?" And I read it, and he was like, "I want to bring you on as a producer." And I was like,
What?
Yeah, go ahead, let's go. But
I was like,
go.
I was like, wait. And I interviewed him twice on my show with Glorious and Stay Out of the Attic. And so the horror world is this small.
Yep.
It is this small. And that's another thing. You guys are starting out. I don't know if you're starting out. I don't know. But I'm just saying, don't burn your bridges. Like, if someone is giving you a hard time, just move on to the next. Never give no one an attitude. Never, ever, ever. You never know who they know.
Right.
Never bring up names. Like, if you're having a hard time with someone and you really want to address, unless it's like something racial or they're discriminating against you, or like it's blatantly and you have witnesses and it's like this person's bad and you have evidence, then if you say their name, power to but if it's just something that's just like they just brush you off and give you attitude through emails or something, just never say their name. You never know, because the person that goes on your show that you ask may be best friends with them,
right?
And they'll say something. Yeah, it's now if it's a different drama, I mean a genre, probably no one is huge, but horror is this tiny. So yeah, he asked me, and he was like, "I'm have you in charge of all this stuff," and I have a meeting on Tuesday with him and the director. And the director, this is how small the world is. The director of that film was the producer of Tales from the Hood.
Wow!
What? See how small?
Yeah. Look at that.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
How excited are you? Oh my gosh!
Look, mad props to you.
Absolutely.
Mad props to your dedication, your commitment to the work, to the genre, to the community. You are so awesome. I am so blessed to have you on the show. You guys, check her out. Horror Movies and Beyond. Yupthats. Hey, before we let you go, can we play a game with you? Can we play a trivia game?
She's all, I gotta go.
Yeah, as long as it's multiple choice. I'm terrible at coming up with this.
It's not, well, but we got clues. Don't worry, we got you. We got you. It's gonna be a good game. We love playing games here. But after this message, we're gonna play a game with Yupthats. Okay, Yupthats, listen. We have a monster trivia of villains for you. We have 6 horror villains that you have to guess correctly in 66 seconds. You see what we did there? Each villain has up to 3 clues that we're going to give you. Gerard, keep the time. Gerard and Kat, get your clues ready. Ivotres, are you ready?
No.
You'll be fine. We got you. We got you. Okay.
My mind doesn't work that way.
Oh, it's gonna trust me. It's gonna work because we got you. We got you. The people that's watching, we got you. All right, let's play a game. Want to play a game?
All right, here we go. Starting now.
What do I?
Okay, so
Say what it is?
So I'm going to give you the clue. Are you ready? Okay. Once a respected psychiatrist, he killed at least 7 people and eaten them. Hence his nickname.
Is it Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah!
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Woo! All right, next one. Here we go. Next one. Are you ready?
The lucky one.
Okay. Oh, this is me? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So this one, he could be Edward Scissorhands' cousin.
Freddy Krueger?
Let's go!
Nailed it.
You know what's so funny? Is this the clue up here? Because I'm not even looking at that.
Yes, you got fill in the blanks. It's all right. We got this. All right, here we go. Next one.
He has a new TV series coming out.
Chucky.
Nailed it.
Let's go, girl. Let's go.
Okay, he loves blood. He has his own brand of cereal.
Oh, Count Dracula.
Handle
Let's
it!
go.
Count Dracula or Count Chocula or something?
You right for a second. Count Dracula.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same guy. All right, is this me?
Yep.
No, this is you, Gerard. No, this is me.
No,
Okay,
it's
you gotta say his name. Say my name. Say my name. You gotta say his name.
Candyman.
Yeah!
No.
There you go.
Woo! All right, next one. Here we go.
Gerard, last one.
A Rob Zombie film.
Ooh.
So it's a person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a person.
It's a character.
Oh, it's a character.
We should have
Yeah.
fucking said that. Yeah, it's
Right.
a character.
Yeah, it's
Next
a character.
clue.
He loves chickens.
Oh.
She knows it. I know she knows it.
It's Captain Spaulding.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Look, when I got this, I was like, man, I hope she gets everything. You got it right. You had this. You had it in the bag. I just want to say thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for the inspiration. And we're so happy to have you. You guys, follow her. Please follow her. Go to Horror Movies and Beyond. Like, share, and check her out. She has some amazing interviews on YouTube, and support her. Okay. What else? Where else can we find you? That's www.horrormoviesandbeyond.com.
Yes. Yeah.
All
right.
right.
Everything on there. It has even my my other show.
Oh,
I'm hoping that comes back out next year. Actually, it will
okay.
next year.
What is that about?
That one's called Prater Natural Mysteries, where I explore the supernatural, the paranormal, and the unexplained.
Handle it.
Oh my God.
Oh yes.
Well, I'm gonna have you back on the show to talk about that as well.
Yeah, there's episodes already on there with my co-host, Dr. Lovey, who specializes in the parapsychology or something like that. Yeah. So
Nice.
we've talked about, all the like what happens when you die, the haunted chest, the gloomy Sunday, the haunted song. If you say it, it's supposed to curse you. And I actually say the words on there.
What?
Oh,
Know, hey. She's a brave woman.
She is.
Movie has scared her since like 97 or whatever she said it was. I can't remember. But nothing has scared her. Before she goes to bed, she challenges all the ghosts and the demons in the house. All right. That's the type of woman right there. I believe in her.
Let me tell you, I believe in her too. I believe in her so much that I was talking to an executive from Sci-Fi about you.
What?
I'm not going to say it yet. I'm going to have a conversation with you first. But I was having a conversation about an executive from Sci-Fi and a production company that wanted to do a pitch. We'll be bringing that soon. Let me tell you, a lot is happening that's for your good. Keep going, because you don't know, and it's going to break. All right? All right. I'm so happy to have you on the show. Thank you so much for the time. And we'll be talking to you soon. YupThatsScary Little! Thank you so much. Woo! Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow. I am
amazing.
I gotta say,
having her.
I loved it. Like the whole time, I just want to keep listening to her, the way she talked. And not only that, but she was so real as an individual. She had those stories. And then like, I don't think that nothing can scare that woman. You know, the way some of those things she was talking about.
She's real.
Right.
Yeah. And she comes with it. And the thing is, when she first came on the scene, the horror scene, I was like, who is this? Who is this that has my same complexion and is in it? Because you guys have to understand, when I was in it with, and Kat, you know this, dealing with, Jason and Rob Zombie and all this stuff. I'm the only young black producer, and I'm just trying to get it going. And, I dealt with so much, but to see someone else there with me, I'm just like, I'm watching you. And I watched her from a distance where I wasn't a distraction, or I wasn't, and she has inspired me to come out even with this podcast. And I'm so glad to have her on the show. You guys have no idea. And she's just a huge beacon. And I'm so happy to have her. So I'm glad to share her with you guys too. So anyways, let's take it. Let's move on to a fun segment that we love to do. And I have to go, you know what, you guys, I was so like eager to make sure I had like fluids. I had like 3 cups here. I don't know if you guys can see. And I drank like literally all, and I have to go to the bathroom. So I don't know how we're gonna do this. I don't know how we're gonna do it because it's live. But anyways, let's
ladies go first. Goddammit.
Because I'll be quicker.
That's true.
Don't worry.
I have 6 kids. I can go faster than you. Trust me.
Look. I feel like moving up a segment so we can go. Should we do that? I can move up DIY. All right. Okay, DIY. This is out of order, but we're gonna have fun today. So DIY. Remember, you guys, don't have me play the game. But here you go. Enjoy.
Giant gingerbread house out of Dollar Tree foam board. I knew when I did that we had to make a haunted house. So I picked up some black foam board from Dollar Tree, and I recommend having a box cutter or an X-Acto knife on hand to cut through your foam board. I like using an L bracket just to figure out where to cut exactly and get a straight line. Now, I'm not going to give you guys the exact dimensions for this because it's a little bit hard for me to do, but basically figure out a haunted house design that you want to make. I make sure both the front and the back of the haunted house are the exact same thing. I also ended up cutting out some little pieces that are going to go in the front of the house so it pops out a little bit more. I'm going to put fairy lights inside of my haunted house, so I need windows so that you can actually see the fairy lights. So I just go ahead and I cut out windows. I don't try to make every window the exact same size as the window I cut before. I just try my best with it. Now, once you have all your walls cut, you can then start gluing them to a base of foam board. Now, you're going to have a lot of scrapped leftover pieces of foam board. Cut those pieces into smaller pieces that you're going to use to help support your walls. So as you glue your walls down, you layer some of those little scrap pieces to just help keep everything nice and upright. I used 5 pieces of foam board to do this, and let me tell you guys, it really was so easy to do. Now the truly fun part, decorating the house, I got these black webs from Dollar Tree and I just placed them on top of the haunted house. Like I said, I want to put fairy lights inside of my haunted house. I got these from Amazon. I'll link them down below. They're remote controlled, which makes it really nice because you don't want to have to put your hand inside of there every single time to turn them on. And I put 3 fairy lights inside of each kind of compartment of my haunted house. Dollar Tree carries bat clips and spiders that are perfect for this, so I decided to clip and glue some of these pieces onto the haunted house. And after I did all of this, I was like, you know what, this needs a little something else. So I decided to dry brush some white paint. So basically what that means is you take a brush, dip it inside of some paint, remove most of the paint from the brush, and then do light strokes over your project. And this is going to kind of create a very distressed look. That's how I made a haunted house using 5 pieces of foam board from Dollar Tree. I love this thing so much. It is so cool, and I feel like you can take advantage of the inside of the haunted house and maybe put some ghost or something inside of there. I truly love this DIY, and if you recreate it, make sure you tag me because I would love to see it.
Awesome, so much. Thank you so much, Bargain Bethany, for that DIY of building a haunted house. Now, here is Tick It or Skip It.
Take it or skip it, stream it or miss it.
All right, y'all. Hellraiser, October 7th. Are y'all ready to raise some hell of fun? Well, I have got what you need. Our favorite Home Depot employee Pinhead is ready to raise some hell. That's right, Hellraiser is back and is in an all-new part of the Halloween line of movies. And this one's looking like a real spine twist. Let's take a look.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's really nice. You can hold it. What is it? It's a puzzle. And it's almost finished. Keep going. So if I solve it, do I get a prize? I do.
It has 6 sides, 6 configurations. It opens up and it cuts you. And then they come to collect.
It's time. Greater delights await. We wish to see you proceed. Feed it. Their blood, their pain. All for us. What is it you pray for?
Hellraiser is back, man. That's looking pretty good right there. So here's the big question. Is this going to be a ticket or a skip? What do you think, Kat?
I'm going to skip it.
What?
I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. I'm not into that. No, that's a skip it for me.
Wow. Sorry. I thought this was just going to be a straight winner across the board. Willie, what about you?
This is a stream it for me. In fact, it's already out, and I have a Hulu account, and they reminded me about this, and I watched this movie about 7 times already.
Do what?
It came out 7 times.
Shut up.
7 times. 7 times. I watched it. When it first came out, I was like, I'm gonna watch this. I watched it at 12 o'clock at midnight when it hit. I watched this. Then I watched it again, and then I fell asleep watching it. Then I woke up and watched it, yesterday about 5 more times. And let me tell you, this one was it gave me everything that I needed that Jeepers Creepers didn't give me. And let me say this. What I love about and I'm not gonna give too much away. What I love about Hellraiser is that it totally gave me haunted house design vibes. And so this is why I kept watching it, because I was like, "Ooh, I like that."
What about
Or,
that?
"Oh,
What about
that
this?
reveal was awesome."
Right.
Or, "Oh my gosh, I love how they stretched that hallway," or that and they did some amazing set designs. David Brockner did a great job directing this film. We had a pinhead woman, first time, and she killed it. She already have a natural deep voice. She killed this, and so this one gave me everything that Jeepers did not give me. And so I kept watching it, and I just kept getting inspired. So yes, this was a stream it for me, and I may watch it again. What about you, Gerard?
So I gotta ask this question.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're sitting there up late, you watch TV and like you fall asleep and you wake up, your TV says, "Are you still watching? Continue."
Yeah.
Then Hulu asks you, "Hey, are you okay? This is the 7th time, dude." Like,
They're all
Yeah,
taking off.
I felt other every time when I watched it, I realized something else, or I realized a line, and the writing was so cool. Like, I mean, they just did things that made sense. Where I was like, "Aha, okay, I get it. This is why this character did that." And Hellraiser it's a stream it. Yeah,
you think it? Okay, yeah, okay. That's selling it even more to me. So I'm definitely going to stream it. I definitely excited to watch this. I have a plane ride coming up, so I think I'm going to save this for my plane ride, and I'm going to like put a couple movies on, and I think Hulu will allow me to download it and let me watch it,
and then watch it later.
Yeah, exactly. So this is definitely going to be streaming for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
We'll see the next one. Grimcutty. Grimcutty is taking Y'all I'm Dead too far. When a scary meme becomes too real, this new Hulu exclusive is a part of the Halloween movies. When a suburban teen or younger brother must stop a scary meme come to life, and a new modern twist to the classic slasher. Grimcutty.
No one knows how it starts. But when the fear begins, when the paranoia takes over, it makes people do terrible things.
Good morning. As you can see, some of you have chosen to stay home today, given what's been happening.
There's something going around. Some scary internet character that tells you to kill people. It made this kid stab his own mother.
There's a lot of people freaking out about it. Nobody knows what it actually is.
You saw the Grimcutty?
Yeah, like in my house.
Well, what is it?
We've been getting calls about it all night.
Do you know how dangerous it is?
How are we supposed to protect our family?
My parents can't see it, but when I try to tell them what I saw, it just makes it more hysterical. Hey, Dad, can we start over?
Good. We can just sit down and all talk it out together.
I'm just trying to protect him.
Grimcutty. Man, I think Hulu is killing the horror game right now with the whole Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could have made a whole skip it or take it segments of just movies coming out.
Bro, let me say this: the editing on these trailers. I mean, Smile Pray for the Devil
Okay.
and this one. I'm loving it because it's giving me everything that I need to like make that decision of I'm gonna watch it. So
it's that ticket seller right there.
Yep.
Right.
So, Kat, is this a stream it or miss it for you? Woo!
Ooh, that's gonna be a stream it for me. That the trailer looked really, really good. I did not like that last part where it showed that face really big for whatever reason. But the jump scares look good. It looks. It reminds me of that damn thing that was out not that long ago, and it was like the Momo challenge, and it was this thing. That, remember that? That's what it is. But it looks good. Stream it.
Yep.
What about you, Willie?
I co-sign with Kat. This is a stream it.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think this is 100% going to be a stream it. I'm probably going to save it for later on. Like I said, I'm going to. I think it's going to. I'm hoping it's good because I hate these modern horror movies like Escape Game and then like Selfie or what. I just think they're dumb. But this looks like it's an interesting take on it, and also the monster is scary to me. So I'm going to stream this.
Okay.
Sweet. Let's
see the next one. Halloween ends October 14th. It's a time of the year again, October, filled with candy, pumpkin, spooky, and yes, another Halloween. And I'm not talking the holiday. Yes, it's another Halloween. This won't be the third and possibly the end to the new reboot series of our favorite Captain Kirk mask-wearing psychopath. And then he is back and ready to bring Slash the Slasher. Halloween ends.
It's been 4 years since Michael Myers vanished without a trace.
Hello.
I was certain that I saw him watching me.
You pretend like you moved on, but you're actually just obsessed with death.
What are you gonna do when Michael comes back for you? Because he is coming.
But this time, something feels different. He's more dangerous. He killed my daughter. But tonight, I will kill him. Come and get me. Maybe the only way he can die is if I die too. It all ends now. You came here to kill me, so do it.
Wow.
I got the goosebumps.
Wow. Look,
you know me.
I don't want to hear no more chanting "Evil dies tonight" on this one. It better not be no chanting on this one, because Evil did die that night.
What do you think, Kat?
I love it. I love it. You know it. I love it. You know what I do love? I love the Blumhouse took snippets of the original, and like when he first did the first Halloween or whatever, the Halloween Kills, it showed Dr. Loomis. They had someone who looked exactly like him. It wasn't digital. It was nothing. It was, that's crazy to me that they would bring it back. And I like when they do those things. I could totally live without Evil Dies Tonight, all that bullshit. Like, enough. Let Michael kill. That's just what the movie was about. Let him do it. Stream it, of course. We're going to do it Friday.
What about you, Willie?
I'm gonna miss Jamie Curtis, but look, it's time for her to go. And I know that she may have a cameo in the next one that will be popping up. But you know what? This one is a good farewell. And I've been watching her on her TikToks and her Instagrams and her social media, and her just talking her interviews, and she's just talking about her character and her releasing it. It's been a long time, and that as this movie, this franchise has been a huge boost of her career and a huge pivotal point for it. And I'm gonna cry during the credits, but you know what? I'm ready to see her in a different perspective. I think Brent was telling me the other night, like last night, he was like, "Yo, I was watching her interview," and he goes, "And what's different about it is that she, in the last movie, she thought she killed Michael, right? Michael's dead to her. So in this movie, she's going with her life, and then he shows up.
He pops back up again, yes.
And then the confrontation is now, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting you, and now I'm about to whoop that ass. Yeah. And it's now a street fight. Right. Did you see her with that gun? She was expecting him to run that corner. I went, got fire! This is a stream it. Sorry.
I'm done with Will today.
Now, what I'm thinking, because supposedly Michael's died in the last one, and she was taking off that mask. Do you think this is a copycat? Like, could this be a copycat guy trying to finish out Michael's?
Absolutely not.
You see how he slammed the DJs? Did you see how he slammed the DJ's head into the mixer board over and over and over again? That's Michael Myers. That's a Michael Myers thing.
He's so strong in these. I'm like, Jesus.
Well,
he is so strong.
I'm gonna skip this.
Oh,
you're wrong.
I'm tired.
Shut up. Just get off the show.
You wait till we go to that haunted attraction and you go into that maze. We're gonna see.
Yeah, if you make it back in time. But anyways,
better.
Whatever.
I'm just tired of sequels. Okay,
let's let it happen. It's a farewell to Jamie Lee Curtis. Just do it out of respect for her. Dang.
All right. You know what? I will watch all of them in a row. I'll do that. How about that? Is there 3 of them in this reboot series?
Yes, 3.
Okay, I'll watch all 3 of them.
You haven't watched?
I've seen the first one, and I skipped the second one. I just didn't have care.
The second one was I mean, again, great because it's the franchise and it's more Michael, but even
with the skip it or ticket stuff, the stuff I find, I like uniqueness. I like original. Everything I like original, and I would just blankly skip stuff. Like I haven't seen the new Texas Chainsaw Massacres because I didn't feel like watching it. Like I like originality. That's what I love. It tries because it's interesting.
Right. Right. That's why I'm really excited for Grim Cuddy. I'm excited to watch Smile. I want to see some originality. But I want to say this, you guys. We have watch parties happening, and we are Monday, which is what, tomorrow? We are doing a watch party with Grim Cuddy with Hulu.
I want to watch that. Yeah.
Yes. So please, you guys, tune in to see this because it's gonna be we're gonna be on there and we want to watch this movie together and we want to engage with you. But tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time we have Grim Cuddy. Friday, October 14th we have October 14th we have Halloween Ends, and then October 27th at midnight we have Rocky Horror Picture Show, which we are getting some special guests to do a Q&A for Rocky Horror Picture Show. So you guys got to tune in. Our watch parties is us wanting to engage more and have more dialogue with you guys and watch as a community. You can go to cedar.com at YupThatsScary right now, and you can follow us, create an account and follow us. And then you'll get all of our notifications, all of our calendars of all of our watch parties. We got more that's coming in. and we are deciding. And please, you guys, sign up and let us know what movie you want us to watch with you, and we'll have it on the calendar. We are doing our Thursday night movie watch nights, which you Gerard, you're going to go first on this one, but we want to watch a movie. We're going to watch it, whether the people watch it with us or not. But we're going to watch our favorite movies to watch.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there definitely tomorrow night. I can't wait to see the new Grim Cuddy.
Yeah, yeah, and pop some popcorn and let's chill and let's talk.
Right.
Tell us about what you guys think about the movie, because that's what it's all about. We just want to engage and have more fun with you guys. So cedar.com at YupThatsScary. Check us out, follow us, and let's have a ball. This is gonna be great, you guys. Really good. What's next on our calendar? I mean, on our schedule here. Yes, let's talk about you. Let's go. What's going on? I know you had a busy week.
I've had a lot of busy weeks recently.
Yeah, yes, you have.
Getting sick, family stuff. That's a bunch of stuff. But I was scrolling on Instagram, and I came across a little post that said, "Do you like to watch horror movies?" So
you're like, yes, please.
Yeah, please. So I clicked on it, saying, "What is this?" So here I am thinking it's one of those where you go and you see a movie and they videotape your reactions, like they did with Blumhouse, how they advertised, right? They got people's reactions. So I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do that. Clicked on it, signed up for it, told them what scary movies I like. We'll let you know. Well, I get an email and saying, hey, in a few days, there's going to be a screening. Would you like to attend with your 2 guests? Absolutely. So I said yes. They don't tell you nothing about it, absolutely nothing. Get there, talk to you for a little bit. They take your phone. You sign an NDA.
Wow.
And you are in the theater. So then we get into the theater. We're sitting there waiting for it to start. A gentleman comes up, starts talking to us. Just wanted to let you know, I'm not part of the film, but I want your honest opinions. You're going to do a survey at the end. And if you're chosen, you're going to sit back and talk with us. And we're going to take your stuff and go back and finish the production and then produce the movie.
So
amazing.
Amazing opportunity. And so I heard about this, in production. And I know that if there is something that the production team or the studio is having doubts of, they will have a screening, private screening, where they can survey people to get feedback about the film.
Right.
This happens all the time.
And you know what? I didn't know that happened, because when it came up, it's a very, very, very well-known company.
What?
That came up on the screen, and I was like, wait a second. Maybe the directors and filmmakers are brand new, but the place that's doing it is not.
Well,
so
I know that
like,
they
okay.
Right. I know that they do this, especially when you see that they have an alternate ending. That's when you know for sure that they surveyed, because they're like, oh, people were like, oh, we don't like the ending, or production was like, hey, look, or the studio was like, no, we don't like that. And they have private screenings at the studio, and they have these small movie theaters in there. I've been to one. And then they have surveying, which you've been to that one. So explain to us what all goes into that experience. You don't have to tell us the film. I know you signed NDAs.
You just post in the comments
where you went or what day you went. But we would walk us through that experience.
Okay, so you know me, Willie. I'm an early bird. If we're going to a haunt and it starts at 7, motherfucker, I am there at 4. And I am in line to get in first, okay? I don't like to do any of that waiting around bullshit. I don't like to wait for you. Nothing.
Go. I miss going to haunted houses with you.
Yeah, we get there on time and we're first in line. That's just what's happening. So we get there, we drive there, we get there. Of course, I get there a little after 4. The damn thing don't start till 7. You start checking in at 6. So I'm like, I'm there. We're gonna get there, check in. We couldn't check in yet, so we went to go eat. Then we came back in line.
What'd you have to eat? Because I'm hungry.
We went to Panda Express.
Panda Express? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
all right.
So then we finally get to check in, and then there's like all types of different people, right? So you know me, I'm always so excited to see other all types of different people watching the stuff that I love, because I always think it's just me, or it's just Willie, or it's just Gerard, or Brent. You know, it's just our family that are so excited about this stuff. So it's so fun to see other people enjoy it like we do. So I see all these different types of people. We get in line. Somebody starts coming around. She's like, you know, what brought you here, asking all these questions? And she said, do you mind if I take your group at the end of the movie and ask them questions? And we said, absolutely. Wow. You know me. I was like, let's do this. So they did that. They took us into this small little theater. And well, before we got there, we had to give them our phones. So they took our phones. So then we went in there. People, you know me too. The people were getting up and down, going to get popcorn shit. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you guys do all that shit before we got into this theater?
Right.
Let it go. Let it start. Like, sit down. Be quiet. So it was probably, I would say maybe 50 people. Maybe. So then half of the theater on top was for the people who made it. So that was all executives and VIPs and stuff. And so he, like I said, he came out, he talked to us for a little bit, and the movie went. The movie was over, and he said, please fill out your survey. Everyone who we asked to stay, come to the first 2 rows, and let's start talking. And so we did. We took up 2 rows, and it was young, older, different ethnicities, and it was amazing. He asked so many questions and went into detail. Okay, well, what do you mean about this? What about this? What do you think about this? I mean, we even had on our survey what we think the movie should be called. And there was like 10 different names. And I was like, yes, it's so exciting.
Was this an original movie? Could you at least say that? Or is it a remake or a sequel or something?
Is it original?
It's original.
It's original, guys. It's original.
I'm dead. It's not even that segment yet. Anyways, it's an original, and I can say and the paranormal type shit.
What? Wow.
And there was, and I can say there was about one part I disliked. One.
Wow.
During the whole movie, of course, I'm like this because it was eerie. It was good. It was. I liked it.
So wait, did you tell them like, hey, out of the whole thing, I hate this one part?
Oh yeah, they asked, and I was like, I'm about to tell you.
I know you didn't hold back.
Yeah, no. So then he was like, when I said it, he was like, I told you at the beginning the effects, some of it's not going to be correct or whatever. Bear with us. And I'm like, well, I'm just telling you, I didn't like that. It didn't look good. Don't make me ruin the movie. Don't ruin the shit. I'm telling you, keep it to the original shit, the scary shit. Don't make it funny. Don't do any of that bullshit. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Don't.
Tell them off. Tell them what you think. Tell them about it.
Right.
Send us a bill for the groceries.
I'm not going to say that, but Gerard put a message in our private chat.
I saw that.
I mean,
and you know what? Look, I saw it too, and I was like,
hey, we ain't got to say nothing out loud. You know what it is.
Hold on, I'm writing something.
You guys. I'm not gonna say nothing, but something's coming through the private message chat, and cannot. Oh wow.
Oh
wow.
Oh wait a minute.
Is this so it's based off a true story?
Yes, based off a true story.
Wow. Oh, I am sold. That's a ticket. That's a ticket. I love those.
Yes,
it's always a ticket.
There was a book written about it by this person, and that's why they're making it a movie.
Wow.
And you know what was really good during it? Towards the end, they showed snippets of the original shit, like The Conjuring. Like original house, original person. It was good. They did it good. They did.
In
the 70s. It was originally happened in the 70s, so that's what the movie was.
I'm gonna do my research to try to look this up and guess.
If it's based on a true story and it's something paranormal, it's fantastic. I think. I mean, it's just interesting to watch because I don't know if y'all remember. I can't even remember the name of the movie, but I believe it was the one based here in like Tennessee. But there was like a guy, it involved the Underground Railroad, and he was like taxiderming people. And it was this house that was haunted, and like the little girl.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it.
I can't think of it, but it was such a good. It was so neat because it was like taxiderming people, and I believe that's the one that was based here in Tennessee, like an hour from me or something. And I'm gonna go see this house.
I got some weird stories and folklore that really would rock the box. I think I want to start writing and put some stuff up there. We have writers with our team, with Scream Team, and yeah, I think I want to do something.
When you were here, did you?
That's not it. Sorry, I did something else by accident.
Yeah, I'm like, that's that.
Click on that. Click on that. That's it.
When you were here, did you ever hear the story the guy went ghost?
Oh, sure. We got some hints that came in. Yeah, do my research. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That's what's interesting is like going to smaller towns or anywhere real and hearing like the ghost stories and stuff like that. Shit.
Oh yeah, it's scary.
Like, that's one of the reasons why I love to travel. And I've been everywhere. I've been to London and hearing and walking the cobblestones where Jack the Ripper walked. Oh my god, it's awesome. I like that.
And I think it's interesting when you actually get to talk to some people who actually believed it enough. Like they had situations that happened. Like my grandmother was locked in a car garage overnight because the goblin ghost was outside. Like I swear to God, that's what she was locked in this garage with the guy because there was at a junkyard. He had a bunch of dogs, right? And the dogs start running inside the building and start hiding underneath the cars. He's like, "Oh shoot!" He started shutting the big garage doors and he locks it up. He's like, "We're staying here." And all they could hear, and he like shut the shutters. All the dogs are whimpering under the cars, and like he's getting his gun out, and they just sat in that thing till all the noise canceled out. Because what had happened is the goblin ghost was this special needs kid who ran away from home and started living in these caves, right? And
they have these taverns and like caves underneath in Tennessee, especially Middle Tennessee. They have these sectors like the land that we were on. There was this big cave in there. But yes, that is true. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he would go there and rip the car seats out where the blood was and lick it up or something like that. You know, eating whatever left over in the cars, licking at the blood. And this was happening multiple times, all the time. Anytime there's blood or something gross inside that car, it would get torn out. And she stayed. I think she stayed the whole night in that garage, like hiding out. So it's just interesting hearing the stories, and apparently for years you could hear screaming and hollering from these caves. Like Tennessee's got some weird ones.
I heard one, and it was like, what the heck? What was that? It's time for me to go? Okay.
Time for me to go. See ya.
Right. So, you guys, did you guys watch Jeepers Creepers? Because let's just go there. We're talking. First of all, can I ask you a question?
We ain't doing it.
What is, Gerard, what is a spoil alert means to you? What is that?
I mean, I don't think this would be considered a spoiler. I think this would be called justice and saving somebody's time.
But hold on.
Oh.
Ouch.
I mean, look,
what is spoiler? The meaning of a spoiler. What is that? What is that? Could you?
I would just say spoiler alert is actually telling you parts of the movie, and we're not doing that.
I didn't
what our review is.
But gotta get it. What is spoiler alert mean? When someone say spoil alert, what does that mean?
Oh, what do we mean when we say we're about to expose something like the plot of the movie?
Okay,
or
the
ending?
What about warning? What is that?
Warning, don't listen to this and don't watch this.
Okay. What about sorry? What does that mean to you?
Sorry, you fucked it up. Sorry.
What about sorry, not sorry?
Sorry, not sorry. That's what don't. You wasted a lot of my time.
So let me just tell everyone that's listening and that is gonna view this. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry and warning and spoiler alert because we're gonna go in on Jeepers Creepers. Let's go. All right. So
I
paid. No, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I paid money.
You did.
To watch this. I rented it.
I had to rent it.
Hold on, I rented it for $6.99. Then they came back to me and said, "Here's $2 back." And I said, "Whoa,
Shut the fuck up! You are lying."
I said, "What? No, I'm not lying. I rented for $6.99. They gave me money back and said, "Thank you so much. We're giving you 20% off. Like, here you go, and thank you." And I'm like, "What?" First red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
They should have refunded the whole shit.
That's the first one.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh
Can't
God.
get back that time.
So then I watched the movie, eager to see this movie because I was like, "Oh, money back! Thank you so much." You know. So Brent and I watched this movie together, and we were just like, "All right, we're ready to see this." And you know, he's eager because
How
he's
disappointed was he? Because he was looking
So
forward to that.
we're watching this, and then the first scene with these two lovely old couples, loved it. It totally gave me the Jeepers Creepers vibe. I was like, yes, here we go. And then all of a sudden, I woke up, and the movie was over, and Brent was like, "Good night," and he left, and I was like,
Wow.
"Wait, what?"
Wow.
Second red flag. So I was like, now I need to watch this again. So when he left, and went back to South Carolina, I said, "I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna watch it because maybe I was just tired and it was a lot going on." So I watched it, and then
You
I
want to be
watched
disappointed
it again.
twice.
And then the truck in the first scene where the two lovely old couple comes in. I'm looking at this. And I'm like, "Oh, there's this, white guy driving a truck that we are thinking is Jeepers, but he's not. He's a white guy." And then the old lady turns around and looks at the truck and sees a white guy driving it, but she's scared. Okay? Then when the truck passed them, we see a side profile of this thing right here. Or over there, whatever. That thing. How did that happen? Be eating you. How did that happen? The continuity is different here. Hello. So in the first 15 minutes, you're gonna mess that up?
He already messed it up. That's why you got the $2.
You gonna mess that up?
You got the $2 back.
Right. When I was watching that scene, I agree. I was sitting here watching. I was like, "That's a man. I can clearly see that's a man." And I hope, in their defense, maybe they filmed it like that, so it's giving us hints that this is a clip from a TV show within the movie series.
Oh, it was a California driver. I was like, "That's a California driver right there." And then when he passed him, I'm like, "Oh, oh no, that's
that grandpa could drift though. He could drift, man."
Then I know, right? He did do that big old clunker. And then they pull out, and then they see him changing the license plate. Okay. Then the old people drive, and they're like, "We gotta do our duties of humanity." I mean, that stupid line that any horror movie gonna have a stupid judgment, stupid situation. We gotta go and make sure that this wasn't. We gotta do our duties as a human being and report it. If something is strange, report it. Me, my black behind is gonna mind my own business and hurry up and get home. But what do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts on this movie, y'all.
Why did they go to the police and report it? And then instead they're like, "Let's go investigate." Like, come on. Like, listen, you're at the age where it's not your job to investigate.
It's not your job. Live your life.
Live your last 20 years. You got 20 more years.
Not at the hands of the creeper.
And let me tell you, that creeper doesn't want your old arm, man. He's like, "Look,
No.
I can't even curl nothing."
You don't nibble your old brain.
This is tough. It's like rubber.
This is why I'm a little bit perturbed, and this is why Brent needs to be on here because he's a huge lover of this movie.
Actually,
he started cussing at the screen. It was like, "This is dogs."
I mean,
I'm like, "What's going on?" This is stupid. Did you see the Jeep? Go ahead.
If you want to talk about Brent, I mean, this is his reaction right now.
His ass in trouble.
You know that's true. Bridget's not here, you guys, because he's probably still sleeping because he was up till 6 a.m. But
and he's gonna owe us time for this one.
Yeah.
You know
we all told him to go to bed, but go ahead.
What's confusing is like the Jeepers is about to wake up. First off, I want to say some good things before I just tear into
Go ahead.
it. First off, smart. The Jeepers Creepers history is every 23 years he's up for 23 days. They did day one. Smart. That way it's easier to write the story. If you want to make sequels.
Was it day one? Was it day one?
Because he came out and he ate the worms, remember?
Okay, the worms. But the worms eat the dead people. Okay, cool.
So it's day one. But why the fuck was there a throwing star in the tree? Like, he's been gone for 23 years. That throwing star has fallen out or the tree has grown and absorbed it by that point. Like that's dumb. Like, your continuity is so all over the place with this story. He's been asleep for 23 years. There's no reason a throwing star should still be out there unless it's like in the hands of that one guy who collects them. Right? That kind of made somewhat kind of sense.
Okay, hold on. They showed Jeepers as a kid, as a cocoon baby.
I'm not.
They showed They showed too much of the Jeepers.
Oh,
see,
absolutely.
One thing about these predators and these villains is mystery. This film, they showed too much of the Jeepers.
Mm-hmm. And they don't have the budget to do it.
They showed too much. They showed too much of him to the point where he became less and less scary. But go ahead.
Oh, another dumb thing. I agree with you. They showed too much. Absolutely. But, like, what was I going to say? Why the fuck is he like 5'7"?
Oh my gosh!
Like, what
the preach? Where's Britt? Britt, if you watching this, get your butt on this show right now and speak on this because he totally was like, when I was dozing off, he was hitting me. He's like, what the? Look at Creeper. He's small. Why does this giant became so little? Like, he shrunk, and within the 23 days, he didn't grow fully into himself. Like, what is going on here? Why is the victim taller than him? Why is he slapping over bodies that are being dragged because he's that small? Why did he go? Okay, you see the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow's there. The Jeepers never put on jeans. There's jeans on the Scarecrow. He grabs the clothes. I mean, like, come on.
Well, he had pants on already when he got out.
How did he get pants? He's supposed to be butt naked out of a cocoon.
Because the budget didn't have it.
But the wings
the budget didn't make it good either.
How do you get pants? Continuity. Okay, so the Jeepers is small. He's little. When he even faced these guys, he's little. What the heck?
They fucked it up.
They
majorly messed us up. If you are watching or listening, please do not
waste $4.99 on that
your
movie.
money on Jeepers Creeper. No, you need to watch it when it comes out, and you have time to just waste.
No,
for real.
Oh, another dumb thing was the fucking this bothered me so much. The event they go to, the horror event, right? It was so dumb. First up, the reason she dressed up, like he didn't dress up and stuff. Then you get to the show and there's like 4 people dressed up, right? And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll forgive that. That's me being nitpicky. But the point for I was disappointed in the whole. I love Jeepers Creepers, and this fucked them up. Like if you look at the event, it's like, are you ready for Horror Fest or whatever the fuck it was? The guy turns around and said the back of the dates were like June 21st to June 23rd or something like that, and everybody's in fall clothes. Who the fuck wears sweaters in June at night? Like, it's hot, and that's a Midwestern town. It's hot.
Okay, but, right.
Continuity. It's continuity.
Right. Okay, what about this? So, I don't want to lose it. The plot. It sounded like we've seen this before. Going to a festival in the middle of nowhere where a predator is on the loose. Have we not? That's what YupThatsScary was saying. Biting someone's movie and putting it in a movie just because influential. Like, why are we doing that again? Like, this is Jeepers Creepers. You have so much you can do. You don't have to go back to no house. You can stay in a barn. You can fly. You can have them. You know what I mean? 1 and 2 was great. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here with this movie? Y'all did not get Creeper. Y'all did. Look, let me tell you, producers, writers, and director, you did not do Creeper justice. Nope. And I'm upset with that because I love Jeepers Creepers.
Even that voodoo store was a shitty voodoo store.
Right.
Like, it did not look. Did you notice when she's like, "You're here," and she pointed at the big fucking city on the map, and you like when they pulled up, there was nothing around. Like, and you gotta go here. Like, what the fuck?
No,
like,
you know what? That reminded me of Tennessee. Going to the Amish, you're here, and we're like, what? But Walmart's down the street. And we turned, and literally, it was off the beacon, no power, Amish with buggies and a horse. And you're like, I'm back in, you know what I mean? Like time lapse, time machine happened, and you're still in like, I got my phone, but it's Amish. That reminded me of Tennessee. That brought me back. I was like, whoa. I got dizzy when I watched that. It brought me back. But yes, you're right. You're right about that. Okay, what about this baby thing? She has a baby, and these witches are trying to sacrifice a baby. Jeepers Creepers don't need no witch help. He comes in for a purpose. He does what he does, and then he leaves. He doesn't need a coven to help him feast.
I don't know.
Feel like they were crippling him. They handicapped Creeper. What?
I disagree with you there. But I agree with you and disagree.
He don't need no help.
No, wait. Let me explain. If you read the comic book that goes with the movie series, explain more of his lore. He's worshipped as a god. So this is these local people worshiping. Right. But here's the thing: the people worshiping him should have been older because that was 23 years ago. But look at the
shrine. I know, right? They should be older. But look at the shrine. The shrine had nothing that I could see. And I mean, look, I may need to look at that scene again. But there was nothing in that shrine that altar of Jeepers. It was voodoo. Pay attention. Yeah. Voodoo with witches. What the heck? Voodoo with witches, Jeepers Creeper.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a Mayan god or something, I think they said.
Come on now. Let's really think about this.
And also with the voodoo set you said, like that's one of my notes, is like the whole sets look dumb. Like the house was pretty decent, but at the end of the day, like the voodoo set looked dumb. Even the fucking event, there was like 20 people there at scenes.
Bro, it was too colored. Okay, post-production. Let's talk post-production. You sucked. Now, listen, I'm trying to do my best with this because I love every movie. I love even the classics and the cheap graphics back in the day of the 80s and Killer Clowns. You know what I mean? Because I could tell. And every time when you watch a horror movie, you want realism as best as possible because it makes it looks real. This one was so color corrected, so overproduced that the colors look like they performed on a blue screen. Like it was like Avatar type production, which on a low budget. It felt like it was so processed that you look at it like, are they really there? Are they really in the graveyard? Are they really running to that house? Or is it computer generated? Like it was too processed to me, to the point where my visual eyes wasn't in it. I felt like I need to hop out of it and just like, like I did not like that. Even when you watch Hocus Pocus back in 1983 with Binks the cat, that looked more real than this.
Than that fucking crow.
Come on, people.
What about you, Cat?
2022. What are we doing here?
What about you, Cat? I gotta hear you talk because
I know, Cat. We sit here.
No, I'm not. Absolutely not. Not wasting my fucking 5 minutes of talk of my time. Hell no. Not doing it.
So here is Creeper going to this girl for a baby when he has like people all over. Spoiler. And she's like, take my baby. Have me as this strategic trap.
That is the dumbest trap in God's creation.
I mean, I've seen it before. They're on the roof. Spoiler
alert. Their plan is this. I'm gonna go out front, show Jeepers my belly button, and then I'm gonna sneak up the stairs and then take a lightning rod and throw it through Jeepers. All right, ready, go. We gonna do it. And they fucking like Jesus Christ. Who the fuck wrote this script? Did they sit there? And with the guy writing?
No. See, first of all, this is a new director. Hold on, this is a new director, and I was like, "Wow, is this a new director, new writer, intern writer?"
Their kid? I don't know.
Look, first, no. Let me say my second red flag was the opening credits. Did you see all the production companies? When you see all those production companies, that means there wasn't enough money in the budget, and they had to give people like so many credits to supplement the fact that money's not there, and maybe you can make it on the back end. When I saw all those, I was like, "Damn! How many production companies gonna get the opening credit?" You know, Universal. They're like Universal Pictures.
Miramax.
Boom, we got this. This is our money, our stuff. You know, then you got the film person, right? No, you had a laundry list of production companies saying, "Hey, we did it," and you didn't do it. Nothing. Who on the team was like? And I think this is probably overproduced. Overproduced.
I don't know who's in charge of lighting. They need to be fired. The lighting
You know what they should have done? They should have put that shit in the survey, and I would have fucking told them, please don't do that.
Right. I mean, if you want to look at some cool lighting, watch Hellraiser. They did that. I had to watch Hellraiser 7 times to get this out my mind. Get out my mind.
Now that's literally one of my notes. Excuse me. I'm dealing with heartburn today. It has been outrageous. Ugh. But that's literally one of the things on my notes is like, who haunted house set decorator did they bring out to do this? Because that's what it felt like, which is fine. I'm glad if it was a haunted house act for people doing it, which is cool. But you got to remember, there's a difference between haunted houses and movies. Because there's a complete difference. Because it felt like it to me. Even one of the sets looked like made out of vacuum forms. The house and I was like, I think I see a line from the vacuum form. I swear to God. Maybe I'm wrong.
And let me tell you, we're not trying to crush the
we are.
Right. But listen, at the end of the day, I support, and our job isn't to rip people to shreds too much. We want to support. We want people to watch. I want to be a great advocate of the horror community. But this one, even the horror community, someone wrote, they said, "Hey guys," they put Jeepers Creepers up. And they said, "Hey guys, I just want to tell you, do not waste your money nor your time on this one." And I went down, and when you in Facebook and you can see the likes and the comments, people were laughing, and was just the talk. In the horror community, this is a group that had 250,000 people in it that was tearing it to shred, and I felt like, thank God I'm not the only one. Now, and someone said, "I love Mr. Creeper," and they really messed this up for me.
What they should have done was they should have took this budget, not pay the rights to have Creeper, take that money and keep it more, and do something original. If this wasn't Creepers and they did A, B, and C differently, it has the basis to be a decent movie, like a witch sacrificing some type of beast, and it wouldn't be so terrible. I think it would still be terrible, but you would have had a little more money to do something else and better effects, and you could have done a lot. It's a terrible movie, okay? So you should have never done it to Jeepers. If you couldn't do it right, you should have never done it at all. This felt like it was rushed out. I will say this: one of the coolest still images of Jeepers is actually in this movie, and it's where he's in front of the house. And he's like, and I thought it was neat. But before
that was neat. I was like, a little bit too much dramatic.
I'm going to say that I think it as a cool image, like a scream on it. But I'm going to say this. This is my closing idea of Jeepers. Mm-hmm. This is what Disney Channel would produce for a Disney Channel horror movie. I felt like that the whole time. I swear to God.
Wow. I feel like Monster High got better credit than this one.
What they're doing horror.
Let me just tell you. All right, guys. I'm just gonna say this. Patreon. We are looking for members to sign up, looking to be a part of a community while getting dish Halloween, horror, and haunt industry happenings. Well, you're in luck. Word on the street is that YupThatsScary now has Patreon, accepting like-minded individuals to engage, participate, and have a little fun within our new horror family. And I think we have Evil Trez is part of our new horror family. I love her. Anyways, get exclusive content, merch, messages from the cast, from us. Be invited to some exclusive members-only events. We have one coming up in March. And notable horror events. Sign up and become a Patreon member today. We need your support. We want to do more of this. We want to watch some things. We want to meet you guys. We want to have our own movie, tour where we rent out a movie theater and we watch a movie with you guys, and we can come and meet and talk face to face with you guys. Please, me too, Kat. Please sign up, become a member. Your support is needed, and be a Patreon, be a part of our family. All right, because we want to engage and we want to talk to you guys. So yes, be a Patreon member with YupThatsScary.
Hello, boys and girls. Halloween is here, and Manny Velasquez films have many tricks and treats and all kinds of frightful, delightful surprises.
To my surprise,
enter our Halloween sweepstakes. Text horror to 1-312-409-7992 now and get your free merchandise to the last film, The Last House of Horror. The clock is ticking. Text now.
to get her Joe from my electrode.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
So I asked you guys to watch this because internet went crazy, and I was like, let's watch this. Let's watch Dahmer series on Netflix, and let's talk about it. It has been going on. It's been crazy. A lot of people have been talking about it. I want to talk about it. So the Jeffrey Dahmer story was released on Netflix in late September, documenting the story of the convicted serial killer. Since its release, it has become one of Netflix's most watched shows. I know I asked you guys to watch this show. Let's dive in and let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Amazing. It was so well done. That guy looked just like him. And as growing up and you hear the stories, you never knew, you never dived into all his personal shit like they did here.
Right.
Especially what caught my attention was when the fucking dad was showing him how to fucking dissect all this shit. And I was like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was so much shit. And I was just like, I never knew any of that. Never knew any of that. I loved it. It was amazing. I thought it was eerie. I liked it. They did a really good job. Absolutely.
I like this one because it first of all, they put out two Jeffrey Dahmer. One was a movie. This is a series. One was Friend of Dahmer. This one is Dahmer.
I like the series better. Sorry.
The series is really cool. They captured the whole life of Dahmer. The movie was more of the turning point of him going to the dark side as a young man. And I wanted, I watched it in the first episode. First of all, I watched the trailer, and the trailer got me. When the neighbor was calling the cops, and spoiler, calling the cops, and was like, "Yo, there's something happening, and I've been calling you and nagging you guys for so long, and you guys still haven't done anything. What's going on?" Off of that, I was like, I gotta watch this. I gotta see what's going on. And the picture, it was done well. It was well produced, well cast. And even when they would recap things, they did it in such a way, and telling his life story, and the events were accurate. I think it was still toned down for TV.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh! Even when the court case happened, I was like, they really took scenes and were like, we're gonna remount this in such a way. And I love the picture. It was well produced.
You know, it was so eerie, Will. To me, it was eerie because it just showed, like, it showed everything. Like, the spoiler, the part where he is on that guy's chest and he said, "I just want to listen to your heartbeat," because he wanted to eat it. That scared the shit out of me because I was like,
there's this fascination of people that is out there that want to know what's inside of a body, what's inside of a soul. You know what I mean? And I think he was one of them that acted upon that. You know?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it was people had their lives were taken, from it. But like, this is such a real serial killer, that now we're fascinated to see what was going on with his head. Why would he go to that extent for pleasure? Like, you know what I mean? Why not just have sex with the dudes and then be done? No, you want to get inside of them, you want to eat them, you want to taste their booty.
But you know what, Will? You know what? Honestly, during watching it, it takes you back to people who are addicted to things, right? People are addicted to alcohol, drugs, pills, whatever it is, because they get that rush, right? And I'm like, holy shit, I never realized that goes for everything in fucking life. And look at that. He just needed it. That's what he wanted. That's scary to me. Like, because there's so many people out there like that we just don't hear about.
Yeah, we don't know. It could be your next door neighbor.
Don't say that shit.
What do you think, Gerard?
Fuck y'all for making me watch this. I'm just gonna be honest. God,
fuck you up.
Okay, when I want to put my best foot forward. So not only did I watch this series, first off, I didn't sleep the night I watched. I got off of work. I'm like, I'm going to put the first episode on and let me fall asleep to this. I get off at 7 a.m. Well, I watched the whole series, then went straight to work. No sleep. And then I came home and I went to sleep. And I started watching the Lost Tapes. This is demented and disgusting what this man did. And I don't know if they ever could have found him, but if they could have found him, I'm not going to. It's disgusting at what happened, and yet at the same time, it's intriguing learning about what's going on in people's head, what's going to happen. And I'm calling it now. They're going to do this with John Wayne Gacy. They gave you a clip of it. They're going to do John Wayne Gacy the same way.
Well, here's the thing: we've been seeing these documentaries and these true crimes be just really fascinated and popular amongst our people, and it kind of then starts to wonder: are we glorifying?
Yeah,
serial killers?
If
you go to Netflix right now and just look at any documentary, you're going to see a lot of people who had weird, fascinating, hobbies, fetishes, act upon it, and then they talk about them constantly, and they're the most rated documentaries. Then you got the remounts and the let's make it into a movie or a series like Dahmer, and you're like, why are we pumping this out? Because we want it.
I don't think it's glorifying at all, because just think about all the shit we haven't heard. Think about all the stuff that happens in the world that we just are not privy to. We don't hear about it. And I don't think it's glorifying. I think it's showing the mind of someone, and that's fucking scary, because it could be anyone.
But how many Dahmers do we have out there? There's a lot. There's well, no, I'm not saying people. I'm saying movies and TV shows and documentaries. There's a lot. There's a lot, and I'm sitting here saying, okay, I want to see some fiction. Because
you know what? No, you know what's funny too. One of my kids went on a trip with a family up to San Francisco, and when they came back, they said there's a killer in Stockton, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Now they're calling him a serial killer because he is just going and shooting people, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So after hearing that, I saw it on the fucking news. Yes, they have not caught him yet, and he is
like DC Sniper.
Yeah.
No, not DC.
No, not like that. No, but I'm like, how scary.
Right, but let me say this: California had the most serial killers.
What does that tell you?
Especially in the 70s and 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. We had the most. I say we because I just lived in California.
There, yeah.
We had the most serial killers.
Right.
And it was crazy because then the killings started start leaving the houses and start being dumped on the freeway. You guys understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And so we gotta, this is just crazy. Yeah. It's crazy for me. And you gotta be prayed up. You gotta make sure you have good people in your surroundings, because there are people out there that is like that. And I don't know. I working with Rob Zombie and Steve Koppelman and developing Rob Zombie Great American Nightmare and doing House of 1,000 Corpses and dealing with these serial killers. I had to research them. You know what I mean? And there's a time, during the pressure of getting an event together, I lost sleep trying to get in these serial killers' head and to emote emotion and act from actors to become these these real people. And you lose sleep a little bit about it, because you, in the back of your mind, you start wondering, out of all these actors, who, because there's some crazies in the haunted house world, who will act on a behavior like this and become a serial killer?
Right.
I mean,
think about that.
It's gonna be real. So, I mean, I'm not going to stay much on this topic. I'm going to move on, but I want to say this, you guys. I want to say this. I just thought this was so funny. So the internet went crazy, and I went crazy with it. Me, when I fix my kids something to eat and they don't want it, I say, eat it. When that scene happened, I was like, girl, don't you eat that sandwich. There's something inside it. Spoiler. But if you know the story, you know that happened.
Right.
But what about this, guys?
What
did they find in Jeffrey Dahmer's shower?
Shut up, that was a good one.
I can't believe how much.
All dead. This is
Jeffrey Dahmer dumping his last boyfriend.
I can't believe how much the actor looks like him.
Right?
Yeah, me either. That was a good one. What about this one? I don't think there's actually 5 guys in this.
Shut the fuck up. Wow.
That's my little Jeffrey.
And you know what? I keep seeing people posting random pics of people out of different places and going, look, Jeffrey Dahmer. People who look
Yes.
Yes,
even to the point where they're like trying to auction off his glasses for $250,000. What the heck? Isn't that glorifying someone? Come on, people.
Yeah, come on now.
All right, so this is a good segue too. Okay, this is Y'all I'm Dead, where all the hosts bring their 3 horror, Halloween, and haunted house driven funny memes in hopes to make the other host laugh. Are you guys ready to play?
Let's go.
Let's
Yes.
do it, y'all. I'm dead.
Y'all, I'm dead. My face when someone tells me they're not into Halloween.
Mine's too.
When you don't find marijuana edibles in your Halloween candy like the news warned you about. Excuse me, what the fuck?
I love that.
No, I'm dead. When you're short staffed, but you need a chainsaw at the end of your haunt.
Oh yeah.
Please, somebody do that.
Yeah, that's very clever. I would do that.
Yes, you would. Y'all, I'm dead. The look on my face when I see Halloween stuff.
That's my look when I see a good haunt. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
I'm ready.
Are we going
I'm ready. What the fuck?
When the scare actors bring out their original characters, I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the floor, and then I just start eating garbage in front of the customers.
Some originals, right?
Right?
Yo, I'm dead. My old ass in October, if the rumor of McDonald's Halloween pills turn out to be true, I'm gonna have all of them. Watch.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I would be buying all of
I
them.
want to say that they are bringing it back.
Yes, they are bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Y'all, I'm dead. I'm feeling cute. Might move across the room later. I don't know.
Look at her.
Look at those lips, duck lips.
Let's go. Do your thing. Do your thing, Annabelle.
Who the hell makes those dolls? Like, come on.
I don't know, but that's classic.
With that pink shit.
Me, when your parents drop you off at the local haunt, then pick you up 8 years later.
Really?
Some people look real old and tired after haunt, but that means they're doing something.
They're doing something.
They're doing something. Y'all, I'm dead. Disney out here letting Oogie Boogie roam around with his Oogie Boogie pussy on display. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ussy! He didn't say the P
Y'all,
word.
I'm dead. And that's y'all, I'm dead, everybody.
I'm done.
Boogie
It's a done segment. Turn that off. That's horrible to look at.
What? That's Oogie Boogie.
I was so happy.
That's a boogie
to
Ussy.
congratulate. I was so happy to
That's an Oogie
congratulate
Boogie pussy.
Willie, I was so happy to be like, thank God, Willie's going to make it through without one nipple. Fuck it, Boogie Goosey.
No, you gotta do it.
I had to. I had to.
All right. Okay. Life can be scary at times, and it's okay to have encouragement and the needed one-on-one support on a personal and professional development. That's why life coach extraordinaire Daquin May, known as Ask DQ, is here to help. Graduated from Coach Training Alliance, she is a certified life coach, consultant, and mentor for millennials. Her mentorship programs provides a safe place for all young adults and women. She provides information for their present and their future. For more information, go to www.daquinmay.com.
Awesome. Yes. And just talking with even with YupThatsScary, it is okay to get some support.
Absolutely.
Mental healthiness is in these times of social media and so much information being downloaded. It is good to have someone that you could talk to, or a good system in place, or just a life coach that you could call on. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Daquin May. All right, so this I wanted to do something special because we hit our 1,000th download, and I'm so excited. And so, woo! Let's do it. Yes. And because of that, thank you. All right, thank you. But because of that, I want to give something away. So we are giving away something really, really, really cool, and that is to the first people that started to put in their emails into our website. So we got them here on this wheel, and we're going to give away a $25 gift card to Apple to our winner. Are you guys ready?
Yes. Toronto, it's a $25 gift card.
What the fuck?
You're skipping all around it. It's not the $25 gift card.
I gotta go pee. You went pee already.
I did. I fucking left.
Look, so what? It's $25. At these times, it is good to get a gift card that you can spend.
Yeah.
The Apple, I was hoping that we're still gonna give our Amazon away, but here we go. And the winner is, let's do it, baby. Drum roll, please. Gunshots, please. Child of. All right. Woo! Yes. You win $25 at Apple.com. Thank you so much for your support and your love. And please, guys, go to our website at YupThatsScary.com and put in your email and enter into a contest. We're going to be giving away more prizes. And when our sponsors start kicking back some gifts, we're going to be giving that away as well. So please go to YupThatsScary.com and put in your email right on the top of when you enter, and to be entered into a drawing. Yes, awesome. That was great. So yeah, you win $25 to Apple, and we're just so excited. Thank you so much for the love and support. Please keep watching us on Yep, That's Scary. Now, here is some word from our sponsor. Let's go.
With Scener, you can connect with your friends while streaming your favorite HBO shows and movies together. All you need are valid user accounts for HBO Now or HBO Go and the Google Chrome Internet Browser to synchronize playback and interact with friends on Scener. Whether it's date night from across the country or reconnecting with friends you haven't been able to see for a minute, your favorite HBO shows and movies in perfect sync with your favorite people.
Well, I just want to say this. I had an awesome time with you guys. And, and I'm excited for the second Creepy Creative segment that's coming out next week. We have an awesome show. We're going to go wild with you guys next week. So we're going to be talking some very racy, crazy topics. So please tune in for that. I want to thank our guest, Ivotres Little. Please follow her at Horror Movies and Beyond. To my co-host and Sleepy Brent, thank you so much for all that you guys do. We have a 1,000 download podcast, and we're going to keep working hard for you guys. I also want to thank you, our podcast, and our viewers and listeners at home for your love and support. And remember to follow, like, and share us and our social media accounts so we can continue to engage while building our horror family out. Until next time, guys, remember, stay scary. And this is Yep, That's Scary.